So you know who you're trying to speak to, but you're not sure how to reach them online? Don't panic. In today's video, we're talking all about how to reach your target audience on social media. Hey, I'm Marley Jack, CEO of Jack's Productions. I have scaled my business to multiple seven figures by reaching my target audience on social media, specifically here on YouTube. So I'm really excited to share this with you today. First, let's talk about the difference between a target market and a target audience, because there is quite a difference. Do you know what it is? We'll make sure we're on the same page about that. Then we'll talk about my 3 favorite tricks for reaching your audience on social media. And then we'll talk about how to narrow down your audience on Facebook for any kind of ads, or maybe you're hosting an upcoming event. We'll talk about the tricks to that too. So let's talk about the difference between a target market and a target audience. The target market is the whole group of people that a brand may want to sell to. The target audience is a particular group of individuals within that market that the company expects to sell to. For example, my target market may be entrepreneurs, but my target audience is a subsection within that market, a specific type of entrepreneur, an entrepreneur that sells their products or services online. Now, when you know the difference between your target market and your target audience, these are going to give you some clues to where you can reach them online through the various social media platforms that we have access to. For example, if your niche is professionals, maybe your audience is on LinkedIn. If your niche is fitness or maybe food, your audience may be on Pinterest. If your niche is photographers or artists, your audience may be on Instagram. So after hearing that, where does your audience hang out? What platforms do you know that they're a part of? Let me know in the comments below. When you know where your audience is, it's best for you to focus your time on those platforms. Yes, there are so many platforms and a lot of shiny objects that can grab our attention, but if you focus on the 1 or 2 that you know that your audience is on and really dial into that strategy, that can bring you huge lasting returns. Then once you know where your audience hangs out, what platforms they're on, the next thing to do is research what kind of content they want to consume from you. And the best ways that I like to research that is by seeing what my competitors are talking about, by seeing what trends are capturing people's attention, and also by doing keyword and SEO research. You can look to your competitors in this space or just other people that are speaking to a similar subject or expertise that you are and see what kind of content they're creating. See what their audience is responding to. See what they're doing well, maybe what they're doing not so well. There's a lot of things we can learn from where people are kind of missing the mark and where we might be able to pick up where they're leaving off. One of the things that I like to do is see what kind of content people are searching for on YouTube. Are people looking for videos on topics that I can speak to, that I'm an expert on? What are the topics that are already being covered by people in this space that I might be able to put my own unique spin on, that I can share my own stories, my own case studies, my own social proof to be able to captivate that audience? When you know the types of problems that your audience has or the questions they're asking or even the questions that your competitors are solving, this will give you some insight into how you can cater your content and your message to your target audience and be able to reach them on social media. Now, I also mentioned in addition to competitor research to do some keyword research or SEO research. This is looking at what are people actually searching on Google or YouTube. You know, when people have a question, they have a problem that needs to be answered, where do they go? Well, for some people, we go to our moms, but for most of us, we go to this Google machine and we type in our question there, and the answers can come up in the form of an awesome video or a blog article or any kind of website. Now, there's tools that you can use to see what are people actually searching for. I would recommend looking into SEMrush, TubeBuddy, or Google Keyword Planner. When you know exactly how people are searching for these terms in these search engines, you can title your videos the same way that they're searching for them, and that gives you a really great advantage to them being able to find you on platforms such as YouTube. So we talked about YouTube, we talked about Instagram, we talked about some other platforms, but how do you find your target audience on Facebook? Well, you can certainly join Facebook groups about your topic of expertise or about your interests, but there's also some things that you can do inside of your Facebook business account to create audiences. Inside of your Facebook Business Manager, there is an Audience Manager tool. When you're in your Business Manager, click on the menu in the top right and select Audiences. Facebook has 3 primary audiences: saved audiences, custom audiences, and lookalike audiences. Saved audiences may be people who have engaged with you already, they might be following you, they've liked your posts. Custom audiences may be ones that you create based on people's interests, their locations, their age range. Lookalike audiences are made based on people who are just like the ones who are already following and engaging with you. Each of these 3 options gives you additional options for narrowing down your target audience so that you can be very specific in the people you reach through your Facebook ad campaigns. I want to share with you the strategy that I use to identify my target audience for an event that I hosted. But before I do, I want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button because I'm putting out videos like this every single week. I help my clients to scale their businesses to 6, 7, even 8 figures using these strategies. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So back in September of 2020, I hosted my first virtual event. It was called Content Machine Live. And I knew that I wanted to reach a ton of people with this to be able to help them to scale their businesses online, especially throughout the year that 2020 was. I wanted to be able to help a lot of people through this virtual event. So how could I get online and find these people that weren't already existing followers and be able to reach the masses and bring them into my community and help them to scale their business? The first thing that I did was I created what the event was all about. What's the outcome? What's the main objective? What are they going to be able to walk away with? So that in all of my advertising and my messaging and promotions, I could have that very clear benefit. And then once I knew what the outcome was, I could create a very specific customer avatar for the event, knowing who are the people that would want this outcome. So for example, this outcome of this event was to teach people how to create a content machine and a cash flow system that would ascend their leads all the way from hello to high ticket. So using information based on what I already knew about my existing customer avatar and then getting really clear on that for what this event was all about, I knew exactly who I wanted to reach on social media. So for example, in the outcome, I'm talking about lead generation. I'm talking about high ticket. I'm talking about creating content and a cash flow system. So from this, I know that I want to speak to an entrepreneur that has an online business, that isn't afraid to make content and be an attractive character, that has or wants to have a high ticket product or service to sell, and that they need to generate leads for their business. Now being really clear on the outcome and the avatar, I can then approach my existing social media audience to promote this and give them incentives to either share or speak about the event. One of the things is I did a contest that would get people entries to win free tickets or get people some VIP access or even give them some free swag. I love swag. I also leveraged other people's audiences. I had joint ventures. I had the other speakers promote it to their audience so that, if they're speaking at this event, some of their audience may be interested in attending it too. I created a lot of content that would give them sneak peeks around what they could get if they attended the event. I also offered bonuses for people who purchase tickets by a certain time frame. You can give them early bird bonuses. You can give them more access to the speakers or VIP if they sign up by a certain date. And that's all created once I know who my target audience is and be able to use that information to create the best message to reach that audience on social media. So because you clicked on this video, you're someone that obviously wants to be able to reach your audience and make more money online through your social media accounts. And that's part of what I do with my clients. I help them to build a content machine and a cash flow system. And what I've done for you today is I've actually created an infinite cash flow blueprint that I'm going to give you access to for free. If you click the link below, you can get access to my infinite cash flow blueprint.